live from Dubai. This is day 2, and I'm picking up streaming again. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me coming through. And since I'm stuck in Dubai, yeah, I'm just going to give you guys some updates on what life is like here. Generally, I thought that it was going to be, like people were going to be able to like fly out a little bit soon and so on, but we're still in a situation where the airspace is closed. And I'm saying this because my parents are still here and we're all trying to find a way and so on. But on the good side of things, markets have been moving. And if you guys were with me a few days ago, I remember I told you guys I had a long on Bitcoin. Well, this is where we're at. Is Bitcoin back to being digital gold? Are we back? Or is this here to stay? And I have my cat that's behind the curtains, but yeah, it's nice to see movement in crypto. Obviously not for, let's say, enjoyable reasons, since I'm in the middle of this situation being in Dubai. But regardless, there was a lot of talk about, Dubai. There was a lot of talk about Bitcoin not being digital gold anymore and losing its value, whatever that means. So yeah, interesting that these headlines are coming back right now. Is this going to go? Is this gonna do, here up, ugly squiggle? But yeah, are we gonna go back up? Let's see. Let me just delete this thing because it's like so ugly, embarrassing to draw this stuff. Yeah, where's all times high? Let's see. By the way, hello Max, what's up? Okay, we're still not there. It's a long way to all-time high. So where we are. 1 second. Okay, I think my mic is better now. Okay, let's see how far we are from all times high. Okay, this would be like a 76%. Let's see. I mean, it would take some time. It's not impossible, but the vibes in crypto are so down. It feels like this industry is like dead. Or DCT is dead. Yeah, no one talks about crypto anymore. No one cares. And at the end of the day, this is when things move, right? When no one's there, nobody's looking. And then you have some news that make it move. So let's see. Let's see what Solana is doing. Okay. Also, still stuck here. They're kind of all doing the same thing. Yeah, it's definitely, indeed, it's like the deadest. It's the deadest. And now AI is the hot new girl in town, and nobody cares about crypto anymore. So we even have like an exodus of creators and influencers that are pivoting to AI content, rightfully so, because there is not really any interest in crypto right now. We really have a PR problem. I'm like, honestly, I'm embarrassed to say that we work in this industry, even though I'm very proud of everything we've accomplished business-wise. We've worked with, with Mood Labs, we've worked with amazing companies, from early stage projects, art projects, to all the way to some of the biggest exchanges like OKX, and produce streams for them. So it's been an insane journey in crypto, and I still love this industry. But I have to say, when you meet new people and you tell them you work in crypto, it's just, yeah, it's just never a good response. They're almost like repelled. So I'm literally at the point where I just say like work in marketing and create content. That's where we're at, which is really bad. Somebody needs to fix this. Like, we don't need a go to market. We need a PR campaign to help clear up the image because it's been tainted. Let's see, Solana, ETH. I've been blasting, honestly. I've been fighting with people on the internet in the past few days. It's been yeah, it's been quite like interesting, to be honest, receiving all this hate from people that don't understand that Dubai is still going, like, life here still goes on. There's I mean, we're on alert. Missiles and drones are being intercepted, but so far there's no civilian targets that are being targeted. The US embassy was hit during the night, but again, like, they had announced this, it had been evacuated, and yeah, there were no one got hurt, thank God, and the fire was contained within, I don't know, I guess like a very short amount of time. Other than that, like, you know, life here has been, no, I mean, just carry on, just less busy. I mean, still going out for dinner. As I mentioned last time, life is not really on pause. There's definitely a part, you know, there's two types of people in Dubai right now. There's people that are panicking, that are trying to leave desperately, are booking tickets, getting rebooked, trying to cross the border to Oman to catch a flight. You know, and then there's people like myself that are staying alert, monitoring the situation, waiting for official communication from the government to see what they're saying, and, you know, taking it day by day. I think taking it day by day is the move, where, you know, you shouldn't be delusional in terms of that, but also drowning in panic and being stressed is also not the best solution. Especially, it will create, you know, an experience and a perception of reality that might not be as hostile as the situation currently is. This said, I have to say, I don't have kids. I have a cat. I know that I have friends with kids that feel very differently. Some are staying, some are crossing the border. My parents specifically, so, are basically being rebooked every day. Flying with Emirates, trying to go to Brussels. The Belgian embassy announced that they're going to organize some like transfers and repatriation for Belgian citizens that want to leave. The only thing is, obviously, there's no it's not sure that this is going to work. Basically, what they're doing is they're organizing transfers from Dubai to Oman, and then again from the border to either the capital or another city, and then from there they're having people leave on military cargo planes to Egypt, to then have them wait there and possibly have them book another flight to wherever, you know, they need to go in Belgium, most likely Brussels. So my boyfriend's parents are trying this. They're trying to leave. They're going to leave on Saturday. I'll update you guys on how this goes. They're basically going to, yeah, they booked this, and they're going to be flying with a military plane on Saturday, hopefully from Oman, and then trying to get to, I guess, Cairo, and then flying, military cargo plane, some mad chill. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is that, like, they're not getting any info from Emirates. They're flying business, and there's no communication coming for them. So they decided to just organize their trip themselves, thanks to the Belgian embassy, and are going to go do this crazy trip. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll ask them for pictures to see if they actually make it to the planes, because none of it is, you know, they're required to pay. There's obviously no cancellation fee, or it's non-refundable, this whole thing apparently. So but you're still not, you're not 100% sure that you're going to be able to leave. So it is a gamble. It's a gamble. It's either you stay in Dubai or you take a bus, and then you might get stuck. They might not even let you through the border. So far, everybody I know that crossed the border to Oman made it with no issues. But yeah, I don't know. Exciting, crazy experience. And then from Cairo, which is also, you know, it's not like it's everything is good there. From Cairo, they're gonna have to find a way to get on a flight to Brussels or Europe or where, I mean, somewhere close, and then from there they can take it. So let's see. What's up, Aussie? I'm back again reporting from Dubai. Because, you know, we're here living life. What else can we do? I mean, to be honest, like, everything's open. I went to the beach yesterday. There were not so many people, but I would say generally, like, every restaurant I've been has been half full. Alles goed, yes. Alles is goed. We zitten nog vast hier, maar everything is good. And family is trying to leave. I was just saying earlier, they maybe have found a way to go to Oman, and then from there fly to Cairo, and then from there potentially, hopefully, fly back to Belgium. But it's not sure. And all this is done on military planes. So yeah, crazy shit. I think there are some PJs from Oman for 150K to Europe. Collect some people and split the costs. Yeah, I mean, I have friends that found a PJ option for 80K, so I don't know. Yeah, they're probably like changing the prices there. But I mean, I'm not planning on leaving, but the family was considering getting a PJ flown to Oman, but then it's just too much hassle, and if it gets stuck there, then you don't know. And then chartering as well, it's a bit of a risk. We've seen some people do it. For now, they're gonna try to fly with the military planes. I don't know, it's a lot of money, like 150K, guys. Like, I don't know. So let's see. And Aussie, yeah, hoe gaat het met mama? Ja, goed. Still here. Flight got delayed. She's not leaving tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, we get to spend more time together. I haven't seen her in a long time. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm on the positive side. I'm grateful for this situation, because it ended up being like a really nice family time. I guess this is it's something that, like, you know, living far away from your family, you don't get to see them that often. And, you know, being here for an extended period of time, they were supposed to stay like three days and then leave. Then this ended up being like, you know, more than a week. So it's nice. There's like definitely positive things that happen in this situation. And the thing is, like, everybody, oh my God, everybody is it's calm. They're in their hotels. A bit annoying, because I mean, they did have like things to do, and, you know, some work stuff, but yeah, it's you make the best out of it, right? So I'm gonna pick a restaurant to go to later, and then we see what we do. Apparently there's been some UFO sightings this week as well. Let me see if I can find the video. Pretty cool. Let's see if I can go on TikTok and find it. How do I log into TikTok here? Oh my God, I don't even know what my QR code. Let me find it for you guys. So I've been posting videos on TikTok. People obviously are insufferable on the internet. Like, I used to like CT, like everybody knows each other, so we're kind of nice to each other. I've never had like mega haters, to be honest, but this is the first time I'm having to like fight people on the internet that are just so smooth brained, and it is honestly an experience. How does one log into this? I feel like such a boomer. How do I do this? Maybe like this. Wait. Let's see. Your QR code? No. Does anybody know how to... Ah, yes. Here we go. Confirm login. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some cool stuff. Okay, no.
Welcome to the...
Oh my god. Oy, oy, oy. No. No. Okay, let me find the video that I had. 1 second, maybe I can see it here. Activity, it's in my likes. It was pretty cool, honestly. There was there was like a UFO sighting here in... Why is it mentioned in tags? No, that's not how you do it. Give me 1 second. I need to see. Why did something... Ah. Ah, here we go.
I'm currently in Dubai. This is the view from my balcony, and as you can see, there is some smoke way in the back from some explosions that were this morning at Jebel Ali. But one thing that isn't talked about enough is the video we posted a bit earlier, and it actually shows a strange object that was flying right here in this area. And I filmed the whole thing, and a UFO having a prop like something. I'm not here to say what it was, but yeah, I'll show you the video right now, and
okay, I'm skipping,
maybe you tell me what it was. I shared the same video before, but now I
hope he doesn't get fined or like arrested, because you're not, you know how in Dubai you're not meant to like share military or just like sensitive information or videos. I don't know if there's like a rule for sharing UFO sightings in Dubai. Like, look at this thing. It's like shape-shifting. It's so crazy. Ah, you have friends that left to go to Thailand. How? When did they go? Hello, Binta. What's up? We're looking at UFO sightings in Dubai. Look at this thing. Like, it's changing shapes. And then you're gonna see there's a part that like is gonna move.
I'm currently in Dubai. This is
no, wait. There's another video where you can see better here. And this guy has like a travel page, so you know.
I'm doing
wait.
something I've always...
No. Ah. It's like my weird TikTok lights.
Hey, what is this?
You see it?
Hey, look here.
Let me make it bigger.
Looks like a UFO. It looks like a UFO. Look.
I'm currently in Dubai. This is the view from my balcony, and
Why is it not like... Anyway, interesting stuff happening. So, yeah, I wonder. I mean, I've been getting a lot of comments. Oh my God. On my posts that, you know, I'm being paid by Dubai and that Dubai is paying influencers to talk, you know, to promote Dubai and yada, yada, yada. The thing that people don't understand, and, you know, they keep reminding me and like commenting that Dubai basically doesn't allow you to criticize the country, and that you actually get fined for criticizing, for spreading fake info, for spreading misinformation, lies and rumors, etc. Now, one thing that people need to understand, like, the UAE is running its country in a very, very, very efficient way. Dubai is run like a startup. Now, compare, and this is how countries should be looked at. They're actually companies, they're big companies, they do trade with each other, they have different levels of hierarchy, etc. Now, the thing in Dubai is that, imagine Dubai is a startup, right? Would you let your employees talk shit about your company? I don't think so. It would not be good for business. Ultimately, you do need to have a centralized power that controls what people say, because not everybody should have a voice and voice their opinion. And I know this is a very controversial view, but we've all seen in Europe how everyone's complaining. Everyone's complaining. They, elect people into power, let's say, that have no clue. And, you end up with people just complaining about politics, complaining about the weather, complaining about everything. And ultimately, that's not necessarily an environment where I personally want to be in. I'd rather be in Dubai where, yes, you can only speak positively about the country, but ultimately it's going to influence your reality too. Because if you do speak positively about someone or something, you're going to live in a world where ultimately your perception is going to be wired and coming from a positive perspective, which makes things a lot better. Of course, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it does work. It really does work. And there's a reason for why they're doing things the way they are. And if it wasn't for their very strict policies on sharing information, and especially sharing misinformation, we would be drowning in a sea of slop and people would be panicking, which is not the case. The city is still functioning. I can still go to the beach if I want to. I can still drive around. I can still go for dinner with my family that's stuck here. And no one's panicking. People are composed. They're aware. They're rational. And it's something that I've never seen any other country do before or deal like this with their population. They're smart. They understand group psychology. People just think that they're so smart, right? The thing is like, you don't know how you're going to react, and it's so easy to be influenced by others. Like, as people, we get influenced by our environment. So it is normal that if someone's panicking, you're going to be feeling it. I actually witnessed one of the what's up, Rocky? Yeah, we're safe. Mochi's sleeping here. Wait, let me get her. Yeah, I can't. Anyways, like, even if I wanted to, I have Mochi, and I don't know how the flight pet situation is, so it's tough to leave with pets right now. Wait, let me. Oh my god, my hair is like crazy. Oh, come back. It's really sad. There's a lot of people that are dumping their pets. Yeah, like I was seeing this tweet earlier. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, it's someone that has like a rescue or works for a rescue in Dubai, and they're saying that they're getting a crazy amount of calls. People are like dumping their pets. They're dumping their dogs. They're calling the vet to like ask what would be the procedure to euthanize them and so on. So it's pretty sad. I would never leave Mochi. Look at her. She's grown so much. Like, Rocky, you remember her when she was small, right? Like, I've always taken her on my streams, and like, she's grown so much. Look at her. This is so big. She's so big. Mwah. She's the cutest. So yeah, obviously we're staying here. Oh, your sister has the same. Cute. They're the best. I love cats, and I would never abandon my on the street. That's insane. It's like you're literally leaving from your someone from your family behind. How? I don't understand. Of course, if we were in a, you know what I mean? Like if the situation was tragic and, people's lives were in danger and that Iran was targeting civilians, then yes, I understand you're going to survival mode and you will do things to survive. But it's not the case. We're also in, you know, this type of warfare is very advanced. They use AI technology. It is, you know what I mean? Like it's not what it used to be. We're not just shooting rockets randomly. These are all targeted attacks. And so far, they're targeting US bases and related places. So it's not like, unless you're getting a debris, obviously, which is a different story, but the chances of doing that, of getting that, is really low. So there's no real, so far today, real panic to be had, so that, you know, you abandon your dog or pet. This is crazy. Like, it's insane. Like, how could you do that to your pet? They're literally part of your family, but I guess some people don't feel the same way. So yeah, that photo of him in your hoodie was the best. Ah, yeah. Yeah, she I don't know if she still fits in, but it was this hoodie, I think, that I was wearing. But yeah, other than that, it's been like, honestly, just taking it day by day. Really proud to have chosen this country. I was never someone that felt very like close to its country. I grew up in Italy, but was born in Belgium, and then moved back to Belgium, then left after uni. So for uni. So I never like felt like, you know, a proud citizen. I always felt a bit of an outsider, maybe like an expat of the countries I was in. And for the first time, I feel like I actually like the way they run things here. So, you know, here for as a choice, and so far it's been a great choice to be in Dubai. No one's paying me to say this because I know like a lot of people are saying Dubai influencers are getting paid, but you know, this is just personal experience, right? And yeah, Mochi's like very chill right now. Look at her, she's like chilling here. Do you guys have pets? Show me your pet. Like, I want to see your cats and dogs. But yeah, she's very, I don't know what's happening today. Like she's like chilling here. Yeah. It was funny, like the first night we could hear loud sounds on basically from explosions and so on. And she could hear them as well, and she was a little bit like shocked, let's say. But she's like courageous, so it's all good. And yeah. And yeah, let's see on the timeline. I mean, good thing is that markets are moving finally. Are we gonna be seeing a reversal? Like, let's see, BTC USDT again. Let me share my screen. What do you guys think? Is this are we back or what? Are we back? Is it moving? What is this? Are we back at 71? Let's see if we break this range. I mean, we've been stuck here since February. It's been a while. What do you think, Mochi? Is Bitcoin gonna pump? Say something. Tell us. Tell us. Oh my God. She's going to eat the thing. So anyway, not much happening. Let's see what is happening on the timeline. Cast is hiring new people. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, my timeline's like messed up. Oh yeah, news in the crypto space. This is pretty big. So Kraken is becoming the first crypto exchange to gain access to Federal Reserve's core payment system, which means that they're going to be able to operate on the same rails as the banking system. Let's see if somebody grokked deeper than that. Let's see. I don't know, because like we've been so busy here with the whole situation that I have no clue on the market. Except that the Dubai Stock Exchange opened in red. Meanwhile, the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange was pumping pretty hard. Obviously, they have a lot of defense stocks. What's happening here? Oh, yeah. Crypto influencers in Dubai. We get so much hate for this. We get so much hate for just living our lives and tweeting it. And I mean, it is a bit of rage bait at this point. Like, I feel like posting that you're in Dubai is just it's straight up rage bait. There's so many haters. I mean, I knew there was like hate for Dubai, and I get it. Like, there's a lot of people that shit on Dubai and say that it's a shit city and whatnot, and you know, it's a lot of propaganda. And they fall in that trap because they read the news, and then people don't necessarily think for themselves or are not interested in living in a tax haven. So that's also fine. But the thing is, I didn't realize how many people really hate it. What are your top 5 projects? I'm getting an answer here. What do you mean? What kind of projects? Do you mean crypto projects, Rashad? Because I mean, yeah, what 5 projects? I mean, I can give you some apps that I use in crypto. I wouldn't, honestly, I can't shill you anything right now because it's not like I'm like super bullish on crypto projects at the moment. But we can talk about utility if you want, and there's definitely a lot of consumer solutions that are interesting. I think Cast, by the way, again, no financial advice here, but these are just products. I think Cast is doing what Cast is doing is interesting. They have a crypto card, which also gives you cash back, and they have points, which I don't exactly know what they do at the moment, but it's a company that I've been using to just off-ramp and make quick payments. They do take a fee, so I mean, make sure that you check, if I think they take 5%. I'm not sure. There is definitely a fee, so make sure that you check if using a crypto card makes sense for you. You could also off-ramp crypto from exchanges like Binance, especially if you're based in Dubai. Or local OTC desks and so on. But anyways, the thing about crypto is that there's a point where you need to be able to spend it, and there's companies that are helping you and facilitating that. So yeah, I think Cast is a project that I do like and I use. Otherwise, Pudgy Penguins, let's see, Pudgy Penguins. Community is amazing. Yeah, it's just like always so fun to like hang around them, and they're one of the few that actually managed to break through mainstream media, and just be cute and sell really cute plushies and capture the hearts of like so many people without necessarily having people to know that there's an NFT collection behind it. I know NFTs are dead and whatnot, etc. But personally, owning a Pudgy asset has been very useful. I work in crypto. I run a marketing agency. There is a crypto marketing chat for people that have Pudgies. They also organize a lot of events. We're obviously part of the community, and if you travel a lot to conferences, that's what I'm explaining, right? So the NFT itself doesn't necessarily have utility, but if you are involved in crypto professionally or an active member of the community, it's going to give you access to people that are either working in crypto, have jobs. It's a networking thing, right? Like, they organize a lot of cool events, so it gives you access to these experiences. And it makes sense if you're someone like me. If my cousin would come and ask me, should I buy a Pudgy Penguin? I would probably say no. It's not a very smart, investment. Like, you could probably buy maybe a plushie. Honestly, I would tell them to buy a plushie. Like, don't go buy NFTs. Like, there's no point in buying NFTs. They're totally dead. But for people like us that are in the industry and want to network online and offline, it's a great way to do that. And then obviously, the community is still alive. They're still doing stuff. They're amazing. We know them very well personally as well. So it's always a joy to like meet up and ultimately like connect with people and do stuff together. So that's personally a project that I like. If you guys, just are looking for a quick flip or an investment, this is not it. I don't think crypto is it, except for if you're looking at big caps and actual coins like Bitcoin, which I was just talking about earlier. And like I said in my previous stream, I have a long open again. This is, everybody should assess their investment strategy based on their portfolio and, risk tolerance. What is acceptable for me might not be for you. But if you're new to crypto and you're looking to get some exposure, you might want to look at, since it's already a very volatile asset class, you might want to look at the big players and not some project which you don't know if it's going to be around in like 6 months or even like 2 months. Bitcoin is going to be around always. It is here to stay. So at least you know that. Then you have to deal with the volatility of the asset, which is another story. But right now, like I'm trading perps. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm trading perps. I'm trading on Mexi, on Hyperliquid. Yeah. Do you think utility tokens, what do you think of utility tokens like Linea, Rails, Canton Network? I don't know enough. Let's bring them up. I don't, honestly, oh my God, this is not looking too good. Not looking too good. Oy, oy, oy. Bro, you're literally like, oh my God. Why are you guys like taking so, when you see this structure, right? And then you see BTC, which is moving and has a big ass candle there. Why are you asking me about Linea? Well, that looks like trash. What the fuck? It looks horrendous. Horrible. Like, play the strength. Look at hype. Look at things that, people are using. Maybe, I don't know how liquidity is on KuCoin, but look at things that structurally look a little bit better. Like, if I were to get and trade like some utility coins, I would be looking at Hyperliquid, which also structurally looks better than Linea, to be honest. Yeah, because people are actually trading on there. They're actually using the product. Linea, I don't know. Let's see. What is Rails? I've never heard of this. Rails USDT. No offense, but like, just like straight up. Spent too many years trying to bottom fish, but honestly, you better just play with strength, play with things that, look good. The chances of, is this it? Rails? I don't know if that's RLS. What's the ticker? And then Canton Network. My God, I've never heard of this. When was this launched? Oh yeah, it's like a new coin. Honestly, I don't know anything about this. Again, what is this coin about? Can you tell me a bit about this coin? I'm not sure. I don't know much about it. So I don't know, but I would stick with things that look like hype. That look a bit better. ERB. But yeah, I need to come up with like a little disclaimer because it's just I'm finally I registered as a creator in the UAE, and so it's important to follow the rules. So I'll come up with like a little disclaimer maybe in the beginning, saying that like all here shared is for educational purposes and is not financial advice. So you guys, please do your own research. I'm by no means telling you to buy this coin or not, nor project or whatever it is. Just commenting with some opinion. So this is a hype. TRB. Let's see. TRB. Oi, again. My God. Ooh, what is this? Where do you guys find these? I don't know. I mean, the thing is like, they could go, right? Like these coins, you can't even see it probably here. It's like, so, let me just go on like, what is this doing? The thing is they could move, right? They could move. But again, like trading is a probability game. So you want to make sure that you put all the odds in your favor and you go with assets that have more chances of going, that have more liquidity, that are stronger, that have, you know, better fundamentals behind them. The thing is, if the market moves, you know, the chances of TRB of moving independently are very, very low. So if this TRB is going to move, it's going to be correlated to the broader market. So the thing is, there's going to be assets that are going to be lagging. Some of them are going to be front running. You want to be with the strong ones. You don't necessarily want to be with the random trash that follows everything that follows the market. You want to be with the movers. And the movers are not the TRB, are not the Linea. The movers are BTC, Hype, you know, like look at where there's liquidity. You know, look at this, like it's trying to break this massive range of accumulation that we've been stuck in here since like Feb, right? And you see the move, it's clear. It's a clear pump. It shows you there's something. You are going to be betting on a coin that's, oh no, this is not target, what is it? TRB. You're betting on a coin that like is doing this. He's still in this like choppy zone. It's not clear out of this like ugly structure here. You're still chopping, you know? So why do this to yourself? Make your life easier and forget about the whole utility thing, whatever, like, you know, just go and make your basket, see what coins you're tracking, but also like see what's strong, you know? See what is looking better. This is definitely a better structure than Linea and TRB. Like, don't waste your time. The point is not to like, if you want to gamble, go gamble in a casino. Like, if you want to actually trade and play a probability game, you know, just try to trade methodically and don't waste your money and your capital. The goal is always to grow your money, not to lose it. And especially now with all these news coming through, you know, there's definitely high volatility in the market. I mean, I think honestly, I do think in the near term, Dubai is going to take a hit. Definitely this whole situation isn't great, and it's definitely affecting the image of Dubai and its safety, especially right now. Like, we are literally in the middle of conflict zone, but we've been in this conflict zone for a while, right? And so far, there haven't been that many casualties. The damage has been very, very small in proportions to the level of attack and the number of like missiles and bombs and drones and whatever they're like sending through. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Dubai is done. No, it's not. It's absolutely not done. Will it suffer temporarily for this year's event? Yes. It's definitely not. I don't think, if you had the choice, if you wanted to still move here right now, you would do it. You would maybe put that on pause. If you're looking at the next year, you never know what's going to happen, right? So let's see, we're taking it day by day here. And the thing is, at the end of the day, countries bounce back. Look at Lebanon. I mean, right now they're maybe like a really bad, oh my God, like probably a really bad example, but they're going through it. Like they're being attacked. There's still tourism in Lebanon. Look at Israel, Tel Aviv. I mean, also, and real estate there is very, very expensive. And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, people that talk about this stuff, like the secure lifestyle, you know, people come to Dubai because it is a tax haven, because it is safe. Also, not just in terms of like, you know, what we're experiencing now, but it is a very, very organized place to live. And it's incredible to live here. It is so convenient. And so if you're coming here just for the safety, I don't think to be honest, I don't think anyone moves for safety per se. It's just like an added feature that is luxury. It's like something that, you know, is honestly priceless. But most people here move for work, for opportunity, for not paying taxes, for escaping a system in Europe that doesn't work, and to be in this crazy stuff. Honestly, I never thought, obviously, you know, growing up in Europe, in Italy and Belgium, hearing about war was always such a foreign thing, as in like something you would see on the news, and obviously you would hear from it from friends that lived, you know, in countries that were affected by war. But it's funny how like when it happens to you and you're in the middle of it, the experience is it's surreal. Like I never imagined this would be happening. So yeah, it's definitely a surreal experience. It feels in a way, it feels calm, knowing that the government is taking care of it in the way that they are, and they're intercepting most missiles. But at the same time, it's a bit of a bizarre experience where, you know, you still go out and about with your day, and things are running, like restaurants are running, but at the same time, you're kind of aware, right? And for example, today I went to get my matcha at my local coffee shop, and I heard sounds of airplanes, of military airplanes, you know, cruising through or going through in the sky. And still it's like, okay, this is a new reality. I think as a first impact, it can seem quite scary, but then you kind of get used to it. If you know, I think we heard some sounds this morning of explosion, but it's crazy how like maybe your brain, or as humans, we get used to situations. Maybe it's like a survival skill that we have, but I'm not saying to minimize what's happening, but it's just that like, it's definitely not the same impact that it had the first day. The first day was like all new and very unsettling, and everybody was really tense. And now it's just like, oh yeah, it's happening. You've kind of like accepted it, and it's not as extreme, and life goes on, and you still go on with your day with just like an added piece of information that you need to be aware in case, you know, you get an alert. And the thing is, we're relying on the government to let us know what's happening. So they do communicate, and they let us know if there is something happening that we should be aware of. So yeah, very interesting experience of how we kind of like get used to reality and situations. And it's not like the initial shock, you know, stays with you forever. It's definitely not like this. But again, I can only speak from my experience. I know some people were living in neighborhoods where it was constant, you know, they obviously saw more rockets and so on. It also depends on, you know, your level of tolerance for this and how you deal with anxiety and stress. So from my end, yeah, I think I've rationalized this and I've accepted it and can go on with my life a lot. But again, it's just a choice. Like, I prefer to think positive. And I found this article, and then I'm going to close it because I'm going to have to go for dinner with family. I think this is really important, and, you know, to keep in mind, and not just because, you know, we're going through war and there's geopolitical tensions in the world, but also because this is something that, you know, we live with our minds every single day. And I think it's important to remind that it's not really about like just thinking positive and being delusional and whatnot. It's actually for your health. Like, you want to make sure that you take the best out of your life. The same way that you're going to biohack your way into optimal health with peptides and whatever, you want to do this with your mind. And your mind has so much more power over your body. So that if you actually work on your minds, you can actually control your body, and you won't necessarily need to take all these things. Like, you don't have to take all these supplements and so on. Like, if the power of your mind is stronger, it's mind over body any day of your life. So again, here, repetitive thinking is associated with cognitive decline. A positive mindset is a superpower. And again, it's like, but you know, if you're not there, if you're not at a point where you feel positive and you feel down, know that you can train your mind. You can train your mind. Your brain is plastic. You can rebuild neural pathways that are going to make you feel and think and see life and transform your life in ways that is far more enjoyable and positive than being stuck in a negative, painful, uncomfortable life. Because at the end of the day, reality is how you see it. So we can actually train ourselves, and you'll see how your life is going to transform. So I thought this was a very, very interesting research piece that I would like to go through, because it's important to remember, and it's not easy. It's definitely, it's a conscious choice to be happy and to stay positive. But the thing is, you know, there's a real impact to it. And so here, what this piece of research says: repetitive negative thinking is associated with cognitive function decline in older adults and cross-sectional study. A psychological, here, abstract background. Psychological problems such as depression and anxiety increase the risk of cognitive impairment in older adults, but mechanisms on the effect of psychological disorder on cognitive function is inconclusive. Repetitive negative thinking, so it's called RNT, is a core symptom of a number of common psychological disorders and may be a modifiable process shared by many psychological risk factors that contribute to the development of cognitive impairment. RNT may increase the risk of cognitive impairment. However, there are fewer studies related to RNT and cognitive function, and there is a lack of epidemiological studies to explore the relationship between RNT and cognitive function. So we don't know, right? Like, there's not that much study. So what they did here, they took as a sample 424 older adults age 60 and over, and they studied them from May to November in 2023 in hospitals. And let's see how they did this. They did questionnaires and some cognitive assessment scales, basically. So they I guess they asked them how they were feeling like over time, and then saw how basically their cognitive skills would evolve over time. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, so the conclusion here. The conclusion of this all is that the study reveals a negative association between RNT and cognitive function in community-dwelling older adults. However, multi-center and a longer time span cohort studies on the relationship between RNT and cognitive functions should be carried out to further explore mechanisms involved. So this is, you know, a very small study group. There's more, but this is what they saw, that, you know, repetitive thinking is associated with a decline in your cognitive function. So your brain disintegrates by the negativity. So it's important to remind yourself that at the end, happiness is a choice, and it can be trained, and you can get yourself to places where you feel happy with yourself, and the world around you will change as well. You will literally see things from a different lens. It is a choice. Anyone that also, you know, is here, and if you're struggling with depression and anxiety, and you may think, oh, this, you know, but it's hard, it's easy for you to say, etc., like you can, you know, take it step by step. It doesn't have to be in one day. Obviously, this is going to be a process that you'll probably need to take, and alongside with professional help, depending on how bad you're feeling and, where you're at in your life. But the thing is, step by step, day after day, you can train your brain to see things and, say things in a positive way. And this can be as simple as doing a gratitude list in the morning. Hello, Gorik Yapetinko. Hello. And so it can start by just, making a little list in the morning, saying thank you for what you're grateful for. And I'm sure anyone can find things. And by being grateful, you really put yourself in this, you hire and you really work on putting yourself on a higher vibration, a higher frequency. And doing this repeatedly brings it up. So it's not going to change in one day, but it's something that as a habit you can build, and habits are built over time. And ultimately it becomes a lifestyle, it becomes your life. So, and this doesn't mean that you're not going to feel emotions, but it's more your reaction, your perspective on things is going to change and make your life so much better and more enjoyable with yourself and the people around you. So yeah. I thought this was a really cool post, and I thought I would share it with you because I know maybe some of you are struggling in this time. But just know that, again, the news and everything that you read around you is catered to people, and the goal of news as a business is to generate clicks, is to generate engagement, it's for people to get addicted to their news stories and to come back and be loyal readers and so on, because ultimately the more clicks they can show, the more advertisement they can sell and so on. So that's how the business runs. And on top of that, they obviously get paid partnerships and people pay to write articles, etc. So it is a business, right? So when you read a piece of news, just remember you're the product, and you're being influenced by, an outlet that doesn't necessarily have your best interest at heart. It has its own. So when you're panicking because you think the world is, messed up and it's, breaking down and it's so terrible, just remember yourself that maybe that thought is coming from the fact that you've been sold an idea from a company that actually wants you to feel this way so that you panic and then you go back to them as a source of authority because that's just the business they're in. Just food for thoughts. Like, obviously, I'm not saying discredit everything you see, but keep it rational. Know that it's not, you don't need the news to tell you how to see the world. Like, you don't need them to brainwash you. You can also think for yourself and paint the picture that you like to live in. Because life is beautiful. This world is beautiful. Even if we're going through conflict, it doesn't mean that the world is broken. This idea is ridiculous and is shared and proliferated by a lot of people in Europe. That's why I don't like living there anymore. This said, I am going to close the stream because one second. Yeah, I gotta go for dinner. They're calling me and I have to change because I can't go in my sweater. So again, live from Dubai. I'm going out for dinner with family. Restaurants are open. I'll send you guys a little picture later on how things are going. But again, we're doing fine. And life goes on. Just gonna go enjoy a beautiful Italian dinner tonight. So thank you to everybody that tuned in. I'm gonna go live every day from 5:30 for an hour and a half, more or less, Dubai time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And for more updates on what's happening in Dubai. See you, everyone.